Yes. Yeah. And now we are going to see the topic called the interface components, uses, causes, and parameters influencing a system. Okay. The system what I have taken is electric power assisted steering system, which is a part of an automobile. Okay. So like this, you can take any system. It can be related to automobile or even non-automobile also. Okay. Uh, driver is giving an input to the steering wheel. Steering wheel is connected to the steering column. Steering column is connected to the steering rack, and finally it is connected to the wheel. Okay. And then in fact, this wheel is connected to the vehicle speed sensor through a can. Okay. And this is the one side. Other side, how the input is coming to the steering column. Okay, it is coming from the gearbox. Okay. And the steering column is also giving an input to the torque sensor. Okay. And how you are getting the input from the torque sensor, even you are also having some sensors that will give you input to the torque sensor. And you have the wiring harness which is giving you input to the sensor. How you are getting the input to the wiring harness, it is from the electrical system. Okay. And uh, and even how the electrical system is getting an input from the electric brushless motor. Okay. And even how you are going to get an input to the brushless motor from the chassis. Chassis is the bottommost part of the vehicle, where the complete weight of the vehicle gets acting onto that. Okay. You have the vehicle trims. Okay. That is where it is connected to the steering wheel. And similarly, you have the engine electronic control unit, which is an input coming, which is an input to the brushless motor. We have the alternator is also giving an input. I can say it is either an input or an output, or the interaction, or it is basically in contact. In contact in the sense interaction basically. Okay, so the driver is getting interaction with the steering wheel. Interaction can be in terms of touch. Okay. Or force. See how the interaction is happening. I'm going to give a force right to the steering wheel. I'm touching it and I'm moving it left, right, or I'm adjusting the steering. Similarly, this gives an input. Input can be in the form of a load or a force or whatever it is. Finally, the wheel is rotating. It is moving, right? It is also a force. Okay, so it's a kind of the movement basically, I can say. Okay. The movement is possible only if some of the force is getting touched into the particular thing, then the movement will happen. So how even you can have the charging system for a vehicle. Okay. How you are going to get an input for the charging system through the electrical system, and by charging the one, you are also having the alternator. Alternator is nothing but a starter motor, right? That is used for starting it. Okay. So this is how the interaction you need to prepare for any of the system. Okay. I will tell how this is been correlated to a value engineering. Okay. I will correlate this afterwards. Don't worry. But first you try to make something out of this. Okay. You try to make something with these use cases, with this euro mark. You try to make something of your choice. Okay. Then we will see how we can apply the value engineering for that particular thing. Then afterwards, what you have to do is, this is again, you have one software called WinSim PLE. You can make a note of this software. you try to understand this software. Okay, try to understand what is this software is all about. Okay, you can form a team. You have 10 people, right? You can form a team as per 3 or 5 on one team. You try to create one system of your choice, and when you give the electrical system like this in the software, you will get the users tree like this. You will get this automatically, but you need to see how you are going to get it. Okay. But again, in order to get this, you need to give this as an input. You need to have the proper analysis of this, then you will get the proper output like this. Okay. This is basically a kind of the quality analysis what you would have studied in your quality management. Next what you have to do is, next is the causes tree. First one is the uses tree, and next one is the causes. Okay. uh, and again, uses and causes, everything is coming from this arrow only. Okay. Once you prepare this using the software, you can create this one. Okay. So what is the advantage of this is, I will tell you, being a value engineering thing. So I will understand ideas, to create ideas for the system. When I take the system called steering system, I'm not only going to create ideas for steering alone, but also I'm going to create ideas to reduce the product cost, even for the other components also. Okay, you have many components, right? You have chassis, you have alternator, you have charging system, you have wiring system, you have electrical system. So there are a lot of parts are there apart from systems. So I will explore myself to create new ideas even for other parts apart from the steering system also. Okay, this is one advantage that I get with help of this system basically, or this approach basically. Next, what is there is, see, whenever you go for any idea generation, you need to create ideas. Okay. But for creating ideas, you need to have some design knowledge or technical knowledge about the product. Okay. Here, this is related to a vehicle. Suppose if you are taking a laptop into your study purpose, you need to have some knowledge about the laptop, some design knowledge, or some calculation with respect to the laptop. Okay, or even the mobile phone. Okay. You need to have different design aspects to understand the particular, because once you have a technical knowledge, then only you can understand, you can create ideas also, right? So here let us see how they are approaching for the steering system. You see here, you have taken the tire size. Tire, no? Tire is having some size which is, when you increase the width of the tire, then the load will get increased. Then what happens is the motor torque will get increased. And again, motor, where it is used, it is used in the electrical system. Okay. And this is the motor size when it is used in the electrical system, and when this gets increased, then again, the load, the wheel, everything, it is basically interlaced. Okay. And again, you have two type of weight. One is front axle weight, and another is rear axle weight. So this is going to be the front side. Like here, the weight is considered as the front side. When you increase the weight of the vehicle, when you increase the weight of the vehicle, okay, the weight of the vehicle, then the rack load gets increased. Then obviously the motor torque also get increased. Then finally you need to have the size of the tire width also should be higher. Then accordingly you need to have the geometry of the steering, the radius. These are different terminologies. Even I do not know in depth about all these things, but I know to some extent because these are different uh, terminologies basically. Say for example, I will tell in another way. If I push if I push you, what happens is I'm applying you the load to push you. Okay, which means you will be either moving front or according to the load. According to the direction I apply the force on you, you may be moving either front, or when I pull you, you will be moving towards the direction of me. When I push you, you will be moving towards away from my direction. Okay, it all depends on the direction of load where I'm going to apply. Okay. And again, suppose if I push you at the back, then what happens? When I pull, what happens? When I push, when I give when say you have hands, right? When I pull one hand, you will be moving in different direction. When I pull two hands, you will be moving in another direction. Okay, similarly, like this. So like this, you try to understand, and similarly, you also have the weight, right? Like say for example, um, even you can take something into some analysis point of view also. So how to reduce the weight of the components? Say for example, the automobile, or laptop, or how or even your mobile phone. Okay, sometimes you may be feeling that some some of your mobile may be having high weight. Okay, how to reduce the weight of the mobile or laptop? Okay, see, when you reduce the weight, what happens? There are some other drawbacks also. Okay, when you reduce the weight, what happens? The strength gets reduced. Okay, and again, how to meet the strength without affecting the weight. Okay, so in those different aspects, you need to look into it. Okay, and again, even if you have if you reduce the weight by compromising the strength, what happens? If it falls down, what happens? The mobile or laptop will get some breakage, right? Even that will also an impact. Okay, you need to, whenever you do anything, one will increase, another one will decrease. That is what this one, right? Say for example, when I reduce the weight, when I reduce the strength, what happens? The weight gets reduced. Okay, that is advantage. But what happens when it comes to the breakage? Then again, that's also an issue. So you need to do some calculation like this, or you need to see. It's not a rocket science also. It's just a parameters. See, if one increase, what will happen to the other thing? Okay, if decrease, what will happen? How we can best effectively look for new ideas, basically. See, I'm going to have this approach only for idea generation, nothing else. Okay, you need to use this tool for your idea generation. Okay, okay. Let us see. I will tell you in another way. You have the motor in your vehicle. When you have higher torque, then you need to have less steering effort, which means when steering wheel, right? Steering wheel of the vehicle. Yeah, the driver is rotating the vehicle either left direction or right direction. See, sometimes you need to give a lot of force. Okay, you need to give a lot of force. Um, Sometimes you need to give less force. Okay, even I can turn the wheel with less force also. If I have high motor torque. Okay, but when I have high motor torque, the cost will be higher. Okay, this is where the challenge is. Okay, you need to select, torque power is equal to 2 by NT by 60,000, right? Accordingly, you can calculate what is the power of the motor. Higher the power, you have less steering effort, but higher the power, the cost will be higher. Am I right? So like this, totally you see, the overall motor cost is going to be higher when you have high motor torque and high size of the motor, and this and the other thing. Okay, so see, finally, what is the conclusion? This is the conclusion I'm going to get. I can conclude I can reduce the motor cost. If I reduce the motor cost, I can reduce the overall cost of the steering system also. But when I reduce the motor cost, what happens? These are all the challenges. Okay. So like this is an analysis, a technical analysis basically, which will help you to generate ideas. Basically, this is the thing. Okay, this is the conclusion. See, you are going to do a lot of exercise like this, finally to come at only this alone, right? Like this, you can create for some of the things. Um, just I want to understand, you discuss among yourself and you find out some ways how you can use this method for best effectively creating ideas. Okay.